Yikes, you be like, hey yo, what's the price? Yikes, when it come to me, I do nothing twice. Yikes, 223, got you taking.
To be clear, do you think it's foul play?
Ma'am, I have no idea. This is not like, this is out of character for her.
Okay.
And for me to call you all, something's wrong.
Okay.
Something is definitely wrong. The only bad judgment she did was getting pregnant. She's on track. She could graduate this year in 10th grade. She's an honor student, an honor society student already. No problems. And this is just not like her at all.
December 19th, 2018, IYANA Sawyer was last seen at her high school in Jacksonville, Florida. She was 5 months pregnant when she disappeared. Surveillance cameras captured her leaving the school carrying 2 large bags around lunchtime that day. IYANA never returned home that afternoon and has never been seen or heard from again.
Jacksonville Sheriff's Office is asking your help tracking down a missing teen. They say that she was last seen over a week ago and she's pregnant.
Yeah, News4Jax reporter Brittany Muller is live this morning. Brittany, what do we know about the missing teenager?
JSO says 16-year-old IYANA Sawyer was last seen leaving Terry Parker High School around lunchtime on December 19th, and she hasn't returned home. Take a look at your screen right now. This is IYANA. Police say she is 5 months pregnant. JSO says Sawyer is 5'8" and weighs 120 pounds. She was wearing a white hoodie with pink written across the front. She also had on light blue jeans and black and white Adidas shoes. Anyone with information is asked to call JSO at any point, and we are talking with the family later on today. They are currently gathering photos of IYANA for us to share with you. Hopefully, they're hoping someone will recognize her. And again, if you have any information, call JSO. Reporting live this morning, I'm Brittany Muller, Channel 4, the local station.
IYANA and other relatives were living with Johnathan for weeks at a time prior to IYANA's disappearance. Investigators quickly identified her uncle through marriage, then 33-year-old Johnathan Quiles, as a person of interest.
And News4Jax reporter Janice Harris has gone through all of the body cam video, and she's joining us from the newsroom with new details in the case. Janice.
Mary, very interesting video. When IYANA Sawyer's family couldn't find her uncle, Johnathan Quiles, he insisted he didn't know where she was. And if he knew, he said he would have said something. At the time, Johnathan Quiles, her uncle, began posting on social media asking had anyone seen his pregnant 16-year-old niece, Sawyer. 8 days later, deputies showed up at his house looking for the teen. Quiles is wearing the bright yellow shirt. He's been told they need to search his house for Sawyer. Quiles expresses shock.
My wife just dropped a whole bunch of on me right now.
Quiles' wife supports his innocence.
In regards to this here, do I think my husband is capable of any of this? No, I don't. You know, but we have a missing piece of the puzzle.
At the same time, police are searching Quiles' home, room by room, and they check the garage and the backyard, but no sign of Sawyer. Quiles waits outside and tells police Sawyer was having a relationship with his neighbor.
She ended up getting caught with the guy next door, and he was a much older dude. And they came up with the whole idea that I was the one that termed them out for her.
Sawyer's mother is also at the scene, and her mother gives police a laptop filled with Sawyer's private journal entries. She explains how to find the entries.
I went there in the recycle bin right here.
The recycle bin?
And then she also got other notes over here.
Weeks later, those journal entries would reveal an inappropriate relationship between Sawyer and Quiles. Police take Quiles in for questioning. Last month, Quiles was charged with the teen and her unborn child.
Johnathan would be arrested on January 9th, 2019 for suspected battery against his underage babysitter.
Action News Jax has new video of detectives questioning the lone suspect in the disappearance of a pregnant teenage girl.
You know, you guys got a job to do or whatnot, but you are looking at the wrong person. I have nothing to do with that girl disappearing whatsoever.
16-year-old IYANA Sawyer left Terry Parker High School December 19th. No one has seen her since.
Friday, Action News Jax obtained video of detectives questioning her uncle, Johnathan Quiles, about her disappearance.
You are looking at the wrong person. I have nothing to do with that girl disappearing whatsoever.
He admitted to detectives in the past some family members had questioned if he had ever had an inappropriate relationship with young girls.
I've been accused many times by the older siblings.
He also told detectives they would communicate daily through social media platforms like Snapchat because the conversations would disappear.
It kind of sounds like incriminating now, but it's because the messages delete.
Quiles continues to deny any inappropriate relations between he and his niece, but detectives say her diary paints a much different picture.
She ran away or whatnot. Now here I am sitting in the hot seat because is mentioning me as that I was, I'm Mr. Jose.
Where's IYANA? Now's your chance. Where's IYANA?
Any questions, you can talk to my lawyer.
Who's your lawyer?
Michelle.
Okay, well.
Now, Quiles is in jail again on a different charge of battery of a minor in another case. But coming up at 6, we'll let you hear more details about what detectives say they found in a diary that was IYANA Sawyer's and what Quiles' own brother told detectives about his involvement in her disappearance. Reporting live in Jacksonville, Brittany Berner, CBS 47, Action News Jax.
Months later, Johnathan was indicted on murder charges in the death of IYANA Sawyer and her unborn child. The indictment stated that Johnathan shot IYANA to on either December 19th or December 20th of 2018.
Yes, this is the last known location of IYANA Sawyer. Again, December 19th, seen on surveillance video here, leaving Terry Parker High School with a bag on either shoulder. Again, December 19th and 20 is important here. Those are the details in this indictment that say Johnathan Quiles, the person and their unborn child, with a hand.
Police reports just released in IYANA Sawyer's disappearance are shedding new light on what happened to the 16-year-old. Interviews with close friends and family indicate Sawyer and her uncle, Johnathan Quiles, were having relations since 2017. Witnesses tell detectives that Sawyer said Quiles was the father of her baby, and the day she left school, she said Quiles had promised he would take care of her and help deliver the baby when the time came. Quiles' brother later tells detectives that Quiles confessed to the murder, telling him, quote, he stated that he tried to strangle her to death but could not stomach it, and then shot her in the chest. He then dumped her body into a large dumpster, which was also picked up the same day and removed from the property. While detectives continue to look for Sawyer and her baby's bodies, they did say they found a Terry Parker High School notebook at the landfill. They've also released thousands of pictures of other evidence that are expected to be used in the case against Quiles.
Prosecutors argue 34-year-old Johnathan Quiles is in jail for the murder of his pregnant 16-year-old niece IYANA Sawyer and her unborn baby. A baby prosecutors argue could be the uncle's. New details from his indictment say Quiles killed a person and an unborn child with a handgun between December 19th and 20th. The indictment did not say that was Sawyer. The teen was last seen leaving Terry Parker High School on December 19th. Mark Bachman believes the handgun is connected to Sawyer's disappearance.
Could have been somebody who saw him in possession of a firearm, or it could have been an admission that he made to somebody, and it eventually got to law enforcement, so they were able to charge him with that firearm charge.
While behind bars, he reportedly admitted to a fellow inmate that he may be the father of IYANA's unborn child.
Johnathan Quiles, he sits in jail waiting for trial, accused of his niece, 16-year-old IYANA Sawyer, who police believe was pregnant with his child. Well, tonight, more new evidence. Audio recordings of Quiles in jail talking about the death of a girl or a woman and where the body was dumped. IYANA Sawyer's name is never heard, but the discussion is detailed about someone who is pregnant. Johnathan Quiles sits in jail talking to two inmates as the discussion shifts to why he is there. Quiles says he's calm about being in jail.
You nervous, man? To be honest, I'm really not nervous about my situation. I'm just more upset that my wife could be going through labor and I can't be there. That's what bothers me the most. Now I know they don't got me. This is nothing, I know it.
My thing is the machine ran over the bag, broke it open, it rained, it filled with water, you know what I'm saying? That's what you
Well, she been there for like you said, over a month.
Over a month.
Over here.
A decomposition pussy composition should be at a rate of 75%. My mother used to work in the morgue, with the heat index that we've been having, she's been cooking, so she almost, it could be either she turned into water or she mummified herself.
They shot her one time. You see what I'm saying? Shot her with a SR9, P22, whatever. What is it?
Yeah,
SR9. 9mm hollow point blow, shot in the head.
No, in the heart.
The child lost their life, and they still lost the child. He lost his child. All around.
But you don't feel bad.
Allegedly, my checkers, I don't know if that was my child or not.
Quiles explains to an inmate that all of his messages with an unknown girl or woman were sent on Snapchat because the messages are deleted. Quiles also talks about taking a woman or a girl to his job. An inmate asks how he got away with it, and Quiles explains the person's body is in a dumpster that had already been removed from the property where he works, Ace Pick-A-Part, a vehicle salvage company. During the call, Quiles talks about his thoughts and faith.
You been praying, bro? Huh? You been praying? I haven't stopped praying. I've been praying this whole time. I stand for it. Amen. Yeah. You have to forgive me? Oh, yeah. I actually forgive us.
During trial, the defense called Kamar Humphrey, the neighbor and the man who had with IYANA when he was 20 years old. He is now a registered offender.
March of 2018, did police come to your home?
I believe so, yes, ma'am. In March, yes, ma'am.
And what happened when police came to your home?
I believe this is the time I did the mouth swab, I believe.
And what did they tell you why they were doing that mouth swab?
For a kit or something like that.
Were you in a sexual relationship with IS?
Can you describe a sexual relationship?
Whatever you believe a sexual relationship is, were you in any sort of sexual relationship with IS?
Yes.
How many times had you and IS slept together?
Once.
Have you ever stated anything differently than that?
At one point, what do you mean? Have I ever stated? What do you mean?
Have you ever said that you slept with her more than once?
No, ma'am.
Have you ever denied having slept with her at all?
Yes, I did. I did deny.
The jury deliberated for less than an hour before finding Johnathan guilty of first degree of IYANA and her unborn child.
Some breaking news on verdict watch in the case against a man accused of his teenage pregnant niece. You're getting a live look in the courtroom. Investigators believe Johnathan Quiles shot 16-year-old IYANA Sawyer in December 2018. Her body was never found. Let's listen in to the verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first degree murder as charged in the indictment. We find the defendant actually possessed and discharged the firearm during the commission of the offense. Verdict count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of engaging in an act that constitutes battery upon or with a child 12 years of age or older, but younger than 18 years of age, by a person in a familial or custodial authority, as charged in the indictment. So say we all, that in Jacksonville, Duval County, Florida, signed by the foreperson, dated September 21st, 2023.
We, the jury, find Johnathan Quiles should be sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole.
IYANA Sawyer's aunt, Paula Dixon, said they will never have closure, but they have comfort knowing Quiles won't be able to do this to anyone else.
So are we satisfied? Completely. His won't do nothing for us. It won't bring our loved one back. It'll never cover what we cost. So he can live the rest of his life knowing that he did not get away with what he did to our family.
Nobody won in this case at all.
Quiles' defense lawyers say they respect the jury's decision and realize IYANA Sawyer's family won't ever be the same.
The victim's family has to go through this with no one and knowing that they've lost their loved one.
Sawyer's family is still grieving and are asking for privacy and prayers, but they are thankful to everyone who helped in this case.
There's no words that we can express to show our gratitude for what everyone has done to bring justice to our family.
Our heart and prayers go out to the friends and family of IYANA. It's unbelievable that family members saw red flags and said nor did anything to protect IYANA. Her grandmother even testified that during Thanksgiving in 2018, she saw Johnathan intimately hugging IYANA. Another tragic story that could have been prevented, but what are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I got more videos coming, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Yikes, you'll be like, hey yo, what's the price? Yikes, when it come to me, I do nothing twice. Yikes, 223, got you taking